Nice. Thank you. Manas deha geha jo kichhu mor or pilo tuha pade nanda kishora manas deha jo kichhu mor or pilo tuha mind, body, and family, whatever may be mine, I have surrendered at your lotus feet, O youthful son of Nanda. Champade dipade jivane marane dai mama gelo tuha pada badane. In good fortune or in bad, in life or at death, all my difficulties have disappeared by choosing those feet of yours as my only shelter. Mado virakhobi jo ichha tuhar दास प्रति तोहर अधिकार जय slay me or protect me as you wish, for you are the master of your eternal servant. জন্মাভিমো ইচ্ছা যদি তোর ভক্ত গৃহে জমি জন্ম হো মোর জন্মাভিমো ইচ্ছা যদি তোর ভক্ত গৃহে জমি জন্ম হো। If it is your will that I be born again, then maybe, may it be in the home of your devotee. Kitra janma ho jatha tuha das bahirmukha brahma janme nahi aas. Kitra janma ho jatha tuha das bahirmukha may I be born again, even as a womb, so long as I may remain your devotee. I have no desire to be born as a Brahma. A verse to you. Bhakti mukti spreha dehino je bhakta vavayete tako sangayo nurakta. To the company of that devotee who is completely devoid of all desire for worldly enjoyment or liberation. Janaka janani dohita tanay Prabhu Guru Pati tu sarvama. Janaka janani dohita mother, lover, son, Lord, preceptor, and husband. You are everything to me. Bhakti vinada kahe suno kana Radha nath tu says, O Kana, please hear me. O Lord of Radha, you are my life and soul. Bhakti Vinada Kale Sona Kana Radha Natu Amara Padana. Bhakti Vinada Kale Sona Kana Radha Natu Amara Padana. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritta Naram Chaiva Narottama Devim Saraswati Vesam Tato Jayam Udayat. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 14, titled King Pururava and chanted by Urvashi. And we are going today for the verse 38. Please recite. Vidaha alika Vishambam Agnesutayakta Saridam Navam Navam Abhipasantam Pumshachala Saira Britaha Vidaha alika Vishambam Agnesu Takta Surida Navam Navam Abhipasanta Pumshachala Sarira Brataha Vidaha alika Vishambam Agneshu Takta Surida Navam Navam Abhipasanta Pumshachala Saira Brittaha. Please.
Vidyayalika Vishambam
Vidalika Vishambam
Agyeshu Tyakta Suritaha
Agneshu Takta Surida
Navam Navam Abhisantya
Navam Navam Abhipasanta
Pumcharya Svedamritaya
Pumshachala Saira Brittaha.
Vidayalika Vishwambam
Vidayalika Vishambam
Agyeshu Takta Suridam
Agneshu Takta Surida
Navam Navam Abhisantya
Navam Navam Abhipasanta
Charya Saira Vritaya
Pumshachala Saira Brittaha. Mataji. Vidhalika Vishambam Agnesu Takta Suridam Navam Navam
Abhisantya
Pumshachala Saira Brittaha. Word by word meaning. Videha, by establishing. Alika, false. Vishambam, faithfulness. Agneshu, unto the foolish man. Tekta Surida, who have given up the company of well-wishers. Nabam, new. Navam, new. Avipashanta, desiring. Pumshachalaha, women very easily allured by other men. Soira, independently. Vrittaha, professional. Translation and prepared by His Divine Guru Jaisi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Women are very easily seduced by men. Therefore, polluted women give up the friendship of a man who is their well-wisher and establish false friendship among fools. Indeed, they seek newer and newer friends one after another. Purport: because women are easily seduced, the Manu Samhita enjoins that they should not be given freedom. A woman must always be protected, either by her father, by her husband, or by her elderly son. If women are given freedom to mingle with men like equals, which they now claim to be, they cannot keep their property. The nature of a woman, as personally described by Urvashi, is to establish false friendship with someone and then seek new male companion, one after another, even if this means giving up the company of a sincere well-wisher. Here is the finishing from Srila Prabhupada. Om Agganatimirandasya Gena Jana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupam Kadamyam Dadati Sapadantikam Bandham Shri Guru Shri Jitapada Kamalam Shri Guru Navashtavam Sham Shri Rupam Shakrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Chahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Nitamcha He Krishna Karuna Shandhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopasha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Bancha Kalpaturu Vaishya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanam Vaishnava Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So before saying something, I want a blessing from all of you, especially because the topic is very sensitive, and if it is not being dealt with proper etiquette and in a proper way as the as previous acharyas dealt with this, then it may be offensive and it may hurt someone, and it may be dangerous for the person who is talking with this subject matter also. Anyway, there are, according to psychology, there is a disease called bipolar disease. So bipolar disease, it's like something, those one who is affected by this disease, they has this type of tendency of getting too much in happiness sometime, and sometimes they become too much depressed, and it's happened every time in their whole lifetime, because this is a disease like, it can never be solved permanently like diabetes. So one who doesn't know what is the characteristics of this disease, then he will be easily affected by this disease. But if the person knows that, okay, this is my disease, and the property of this disease is like that, then he or she can easily control the emotions and act against the propensities of this disease. And I was reading one statistics that was published in a popular newspaper, where it is being said that they did the studies with many men and women who have this kind of disease, and one woman was sharing that, and also there is one properties like sometimes they feel so happiness that they do unnecessary shopping, even though they did not need it, they do the shopping and they spend the money unnecessarily. So the woman is saying, okay, now I understand. Whenever earlier I didn't understand, but when my doctor recognized it, then now I can understand easily. And whenever I see this propensity among myself, I take a help from my husband to control these emotions, and that I don't spend too much unnecessarily. And also when these emotions are coming, they can easily, like when they becoming sad, so they can do various types of activities that will help them to reduce this sadness and this stress. And when they are becoming too much and euphoria, according to medical term, this is called euphoria. When they become too much in joy and jubilation, then they control themselves, just like Krishna told in the Bhagavad Gita how we control our emotion. Shukeshu Matrishpashatu Kunta Shitashno Shukadukara Agamapaina Anita Tantatigasha Bharataha. So that's why if we doesn't know what is the good side and bad sides of a particular type of body, and rather than we are just thinking that, okay, it may be offensive to a particular kind of people and it can hurt their emotion, then we are actually doing something false. Because if we know that what is the problem of this particular type of body, both for male and women, men and women, then we can be easily take precaution that actually as a spirit soul we are always pure. But when this spirit soul, just like the rainwater, it's coming until it is in the sky, it's pure. When it comes down to the ground, then it's become mud. And the real properties of the water is destroyed totally. And like this, the spirit soul is totally pure. But when this spirit soul is being accompanied with a particular type of body, then it gets some properties that we can't ignore. So we have to know that as a spirit soul, we are pure. We are not male or female. We are not man or women. But as we got a particular type of body, so we have to deal with this body in this manner. Just like there are so many, because we can't ignore it. Sometimes as a neophyte devotee, we can think, okay, now I am in a transcendental level, I become devotee. Okay, now I am not getting affected by the bodily affairs anymore. But that is a false thought, because still, even if we become elevated completely, even if we be Mukta Purusha, still the properties and characteristics of the bodies will be there. Because due to the secretion of different types of hormones in our body, we can't ignore them. Of course, our consciousness is the most important thing, and this consciousness is affecting the bodily matters also. But we can't ignore our bodily properties. Just like here, Urvashi is describing the properties. Then these are the bad sides of a person who is not, of a woman who is not chaste to the husband. At the same time, we see there are so many transcendental qualities women possesses. And according to one of the statistics, it is saying that women are highly emotional and men are highly rational. And Krishna has designed in this way so that there is a proper balance. Because when we are dealing with the outside world, it's always to be too much much more rational, because there may be so many difficulties and so many problems and so many hypocrite persons we are dealing surrounding with us. But when we have to show our love and affection, we have to raise up the children, then we need a special type of affection and a special type of secretion of the hormone, and that is available in the mothers. And that's why it's very tough for the male to raise up the children, because especially it is designed for the mothers, so that they can easily raise up the children and they can give them a good lesson, and the children in the later, they will be a property for the society. And so many good qualities and so many transcendental personalities we see in our scriptures, just like Kunti Mata, just like Draupadi. And there is one nice example, and his story is there in Mahabharata between Satyabhama and Savitri. So I want to briefly describe this inside and because it's so transcendental. Once when Savitri got matured, then her father told, okay, now you go with my minister and you look for a good husband as you think suited for you. So after searching, and this time, and at that time, women were so chaste and faithful to their fathers and to the Vedic tradition and cultures. Fathers also trust in the women, and women also totally putting their trust unto their protector. So Savitri was roaming here and there for days after days, months after months, and after a long period of our journey, she found Satyabhama as the perfect husband for her. And after returning to home, he told to his father that I found one person, Satyabhama, he is the qualified according to my tendency, nature and properties. Then at that time when she told this, Narad Muni was also there. And Narad Muni, when he heard this, he told to father of the Satyabhama that it's a wrong decision of your daughter. And both of them became surprised. Why? Because at that time everyone knew that Satyabhama was a great personality. He was a pure devotee of Lord. But as then Narad Muni is describing that actually though Satyabhama was perfectly qualified for Savitri, but still Satyabhama has a very short duration of life. And Satyabhama will die after 1 year of the marriage of the Savitri. And when Savitri and her father heard that, and they became surprised, but Savitri was so determined that no, I will marry only Satyavan. If I got married, I will marry Satyavan, otherwise I will not marry. So she was so determined. And as she was determined, and also it was the responsibility of the father to give her daughter as married. So after Satyavan and Savitri, they got married, and Savitri was just thinking, and she didn't tell this incident to her husband also, not anyone. And before, after passing the 1 year, when the exact date came, as Narad Muni described that this day and this time Satyavan will die. Before that, Savitri was doing a brata for the welfare of her husband. It was maybe for 3 days or 10 days. And she was so chaste, and she was doing the brata so nicely and perfectly. And at the after finishing the brata, when the day came, so Savitri asked to her father-in-law and mother-in-law that only today I beg request to all to both of you that only for today I want to accompany with my husband in the forest. Only for today. I will not do this once again. So normally they became so pleased with Savitri, they became permission to her. And when she went with Satyavana in the forest, and she was just waiting for the moment, exact moment. And when the exact moment came, and because due to her tapusya and due to her chastity, she saw a black person with, I mean to say, Jamraj. He came to take the soul of the Satyavana. And Savitri was being able to see him directly because of her chastity and because of her brata that she did for the 10 days. And then she asked Jamraja, why you came here? And Jamraja told, normally I don't come personally to take the soul of a person. But as your husband and you both are highly, religious, a good devotee of Krishna. So I came here personally to take the soul of the Satyavana. So Savitri, she was so clever, and she didn't become morose at all, and she didn't become emotional at all. Rather than she was calm and she was steady, and she said, okay, it's okay, as it's your duty, you can take. But as I am the wife of my husband, so it's my duty to try my best to save the life of my husband. So you do your job, and I will do mine. And so he was catching the soul, and Savitri was following the Jamras. Because of her power of the austerity, she can easily follow the Jamras. And Jamras was feeling a little bit disturbance. Why you are following me? She said, that's not your business. I am just following. You can't restrict me. You can't restrict me. So, and that's going on. And then he said, okay, can you, as we all know that you are the Dharmaraj, you are the king of the Dharma, so you know all of the details of Dharma. So can you answer one of my question? And so he was just asking one question. And there are so many questions actually, so I don't want to mention all of this question. If you are interested, you can search in the internet also, or you can read in the Mahabharata in details. So she was asking questions one after another, and Jamras became so happy. He was thinking, just see how intelligent the woman is. Normally we can't expect this, but she was so intelligent. And Jamras became highly, praising. And he then told her, I became highly praised. I'm appreciating to you highly, so I want to give you a boon. And so she was saying, okay, as actually the husband and the father-in-law of Savitri, they actually lost from their kingdom by their enemy. So Savitri told, I want my grandfather get his kingdom once again. So you may think, what is she asking? Instead of asking for the life of her husband, he's asking something else. but she was really super intelligent. And Jamraj became highly, satisfied, and he told, okay, it will be happen very soon. And after few time, and he told, okay, now you can go back. So she told, no, I want to follow you much more time. And that's going on, and that's like this. She actually got 5 boon, and she was just answering, asking the questions, and inquiring from the Jamraj in a nice way, and Jamraj became really surprised and pleased to her. And at the last time, during the 5th boon, she asked, now I want you, so as you became highly satisfied to me as you told, so now it's your duty to give back the life of my husband. And Jamraj told, yeah, really I am so surprised and I am so pleased to you. I have to give you this boon. If I don't give it, then I will do cheating with me. And thus actually Satyavan got his life back, and all of their prosperity, their kingdom, and all of the boons came in a way. Their life became fully glorious. And so from this instance we see that how if women are following the Vedic culture and following a proper husband, then they can not only elevate themselves by their qualities and by their transcendental nature, they can make the whole society prosperous, not only the family or not only the personal case. But we have to understand that as it's the Kali Yuga, the time is being degraded, and all of the qualities of the both men and women are getting degraded. So we can't expect this kind of natures normally and naturally by born. That's why even in the ISKCON society we see that we are getting Brahmanical initiation, Brahmanical thread. Though we may think, honestly, I don't have this quality. Many of us we think, I don't have this Brahmanical qualities. Shamadama taposhocho khanti saralata arjavam. But still we are taking and they are giving. We know why, because it's urgent and important to maintain the deity worship. And later, once this question arose in ISKCON community, why this is so, the answer was like this: in the spiritual world and in this, circumstances in the time of Kali Yuga, it's if we wait for a person to be qualified for being a Brahmana, then our deity worship will be totally, there will be no person to worship the deities. Rather, we are doing both parallelly. At the same time, we are getting the initiation, and at the same time, the Radha Parishishya Nitai Shukri Jana Dodi Sukri Maharani Ki. So at the same time, both are going parallelly, so that by worshipping the deities, by cultivating this service attitude, we will get all of the Brahmanical qualities inside ourselves. Just like Srila Prabhupada gave, sannyas initiation to the very young guys, those who were hippie earlier, but by his power, by his purity, he made them, qualified. As we see, there are so many sannyasis nowadays, and they are leading the whole society of ISKCON. So that's why it is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Brahma Pramad Vipralipsha Karana Patab Arja Vigga Bakko Nahi. Those who are elevated souls and the acharyas, they don't have these 4 types of defects as that is available in the normal human being. So when the whole Bhagavatam describing both the good sides and bad sides of the body of men and women. When we are getting a body of a man, we have some good qualities, just protecting the women, and taking the responsibilities more and more, and taking the responsibility of a guru, of a husband, as it is described in the Srimad Bhagavad, Janani Nasat, Guru Nasasat. If one can't deliver those who are subordinate to him, then one should not be husband, one should not be guru, one should not be mother. So they got much more responsibility. And the previous day, Ramtanu Prabhu was sharing, it's so difficult for a man to do the, 2 types of jobs in the same time. When he is a husband, he has to take the job of like a guru. And again, he has to change his mood when he comes in front of the devotees and in front of the guru. He has to be a servant. But it is very simple for the women that they can think, okay, always I have to be servant. So they can just keep up this mentality for their whole lifetime. And that is the ultimate goal of any devotee in this Krishna consciousness, only being the servant. So in that sense, they have so much more facilities than a male body. And in this Kali Yuga, as Srila Prabhupada, he has designed in our ISKCON community in a way. He was just saying in one of his Bhagavatam lecture like these characteristics of a particular type of body. So one of the women disciple was in a depressed mood saying, Prabhupada, what are you saying about us? Prabhupada said, why you are getting depressed? If you think you are a female, then you are a female. But if you think you are soul, then you shouldn't get depressed. And that's true for both male also. So I am just thinking nowadays, in our marathon group, we have, Doina Mataji and so other Matajis, they are distributing hundreds of books of Srila Prabhupada, where it's very tough for me to distribute one single book. So I was thinking it was better to get a female body and distribute hundreds of books, isn't it? So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was saying here that it's not a matter what type of body I am getting. He was saying that Kit janma ho jata tuhadas bahirmukha brahma janme nahi. My dear Lord, may I be born again, even as a home, so long as may remain your devotee. I have no desire to be born as a Brahma ever to you. So just imagine, if I became Brahma but without the devotion to Krishna, then what is the benefit of getting a Brahma body, or getting a body of a man? Or something, getting a body of just like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, he was a boxer, belonging to Pakistan. And he was so strong. Nobody could, in front of him, nobody could stay for more than 5 minutes. He was so strong. And the power of that time, as Krishna told, Kalasmi Aham, when he became old during the Olympic time, he was supposed to open the primary program, and he couldn't put on the lamp with his hand. So just imagine the power of the hand. Anyone couldn't stay in front of him just for the 5 minutes. Now this hand is not being able to just put on a lamp. That is the power of the nature. We have to surrender. We have to surrender. There is no other way. Whatever body we are getting, male or female, whatever. And that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, my dear Lord, I don't mind whatever body I am getting as a home. And the Chaitanya Charitamritakar is saying, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Emana ni Krishna Mare Keva Kripa Kare Eka Nitta Nanda Binu Jagata Shamsare. And he is saying that I am just lower than a Om in the stool. And who can give me the mercy except Nityananda Prabhu? And whoever will get my association, they will just got ruin their life. So, Amarani Krishna Mare Keba Kripa Kare, who can give the mercy? Just a lowest person like me, Ek Nityananda Binu Jagata Samsara, only the Nityananda Prabhu. He has this potency to deliver me from this kind of situation. And that's why the devotee and the Lord, especially Gaur Nitai, they have a very good relationship with the devotees in the age of Kali. Jodi Dayana Koribe Potita Dekia, Potita Pavana Nama Tabu Kishera Lagia. And the devotee is saying, oh my Lord, why you have taken the name of as fallen soul deliverer? If you don't deliver a fallen soul like me, then you shouldn't take this name. You should give it up. The devotee are just chastising, or they are doing the fun with the Lord. So that's why it doesn't matter what types of body or what types of life we got, but at the same time it's very important that to make a balance between the properties and characteristics of the body. Now, if for example, as when we get a male body, we have certain types of duties which you have to perform. when we are getting the female body, we have certain duties we have to perform. So it's very important to know what is the nature of the disease. And if you know that this is the nature of the disease, then we can be careful. Just like here it is saying that they are making false friendship with the person, and they are giving their real will wisher, and they are prone to make newer and newer friends. So when someone as a female body, they see that I already have a husband, I should be satisfied with him, but my mentality is saying something else, and I have this porn and vulnerability to take another one, that she should restrict herself and she should chastise her mind. No, this is the property of unchaste women. So I should beat my mind with shoes, as Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada told. Then she can be happy and the whole society will be happy. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. And if you have any comment or correction, as you know, it's as I told before, it's a little bit sensitive topic, and I don't think I'm a qualified person to deal with this nicely. But as I got the knowledge from my spiritual master and all of the elevated devotees, I am getting surrounding in my surrounding. So I'm just trying to describe the things as I got. So please, I'll be highly happy and highly deaf to all of you if you make any correction, comment. And of course, if you have a question, you can meet with my master, Dayal Nitai. Dayal Nitai is the only source of the savor and reservoir of the happiness for all of the devotees staying in the Paris temple. Prabhupada ki jai. Any correction or comment? If no, then please.
I have one correction. I'm not. Prabhupada is our only shelter.
Okay.
Please, I correct this.
So if you don't have any question, let's raise our hand. Or Prabhu want to make a correction.
These qualities, which I described here, are proportional, will be manifested or not, proportionally to our Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
Or not.
Yes.
So, therefore, Prabhupada explained the man and woman has to be properly trained up.
Yeah.
And he explained how it works for devotees in Kali Yuga, in this process of Krishna consciousness. So man training has to work on two sides, and woman on the two sides. So for man means he needs to be properly trained up as a perfect brahmachari, and as a perfect human being. It means that first quality is that he has to be trained up in self-control, and the second one is this is regarding himself, and second quality is to be trained up always act according to the needs of others. This is very, very important. This is regarding sensitivity, how he has to be sensitive regarding others. And then for ladies, Prabhupada explained that chastity and faithfulness.
Surely. And regarding your comment, I got one nice fun in my mind. In French, it is said la maison, le travail. You understand maybe what I want to mean.
I'm learning French, so
like travail, working is a masculine word, and maison it's a feminine word. So normally Vedic culture is saying that, isn't it?
I didn't
Srila
get
Prabhupada
it.
ki.
Can you explain?
Yeah, we will explain it later. But I think others are understood.
Work in French is a masculine word, and
It is for the
home, maison is a feminine word, which indicates. And I also heard about qualities of Vaishnavis. Prabhupada said that they should be chaste and they should know how to cook also. If they want to find good husbands. And I also heard, because it's part of Vedic culture, you mentioned at the beginning that regarding shopping, they should not go into unnecessary shopping. But Prabhupada also said that
That may be their disease. According to bipolar disease.
the husband in the relationship should provide good jewelries and good clothing also. So there is also necessary, not shopping, but you see, garments and so on are not unnecessary. That's an important aspect, which I struggled with, by the way, at the beginning. So I remind myself for purification. And about about Brahmin initiation, it's not only to cover the deity worship. It's also because it's taking a responsibility.
Yeah, surely.
Brahminical initiation means you take responsibility you may already have by taking before having Brahminical initiation, but it also officializes this taking responsibility, and the Gayatri mantra is also meant to help our chanting. So this is important aspect also to mention. Sometimes we think it's only for the practical purpose of performing deity worship, which is totally true, but it also has a deep meaning regarding to the chanting of the holy name.
Yeah, that's true.
It's if it's done properly, and there is a very nice book from Sachinandan Maharaj about Gayatri. It's really helping our chanting also. And there are many quotes from our chariots in that regard in this book. I advise you to give a look.
Okay, please raise your hand and give your mercy to me. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Srila Prabhupada ki, Namo Purana Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Avasit Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki.